Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the previous lecture, we just discussed the parameters, namely the population trends, the population land ratio, fertilizers, farm machinery, etc., and so many other factors. From this lecture onward, we will discuss the parameters one by one in detail, and it will be mentioned in the thumbnail in such a way that the heading will be parameter of the global food issue and will be mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4. First one will be the population trends. Basically, in the population trends, we will discuss that how much increase took place in the population and with which percentage the increase occurred, and the regions where most increase took place, while what was the food availability or the food production condition of those regions, and what were the practices, what were the values, why this increase took place there, and what is the current status. So if we take a start from 1600 to 1830, that is in 230 years, the population of the world increased from 500 million to 1 billion. That is, it took 230 years to double the population from 500 million to 1 billion. But from 1830 to 1930, that is in 100 years, the population was doubled from 1 billion to 2 billion. But from 1930 to 1960, this increase was from 2 billion to 4 billion. From 1930 to 1960, it increased to 4 billion. Then the population increased, or the recent increase is 8 billion plus, means that more than 8 billion people are living in the world today. This was the increase. Now at which percent, at which rate it increased? So it increased from 1500 to 1930 at the rate of 0.3%. But from 1930 to 1960, this increase was 1.5%. And from 1985 to 2000, this increase was 2.6%. That is, the increase was almost maximum. The current increase is 1.1%. That is, the increase has been to some extent controlled and reduced. This decrease in this control in the population increase are due to several reasons. That is, the good health practices, the survival of the children, and the awareness which has been brought in the people, and the education. And also, people have got awareness and they have no fear, or not that much fear from their customs and traditions. The most increase occurred in some parts of the world, that is, in parts of the Asia, Africa, and Latin America. In Latin America, Brazil is a major country. But remember that where the population increase is highest, the starvation is also greater over there. Now, remember that poverty is also higher there, and due to poverty and lack of health facilities, the young newly born babies up to the age of 1 year don't survive as compared to the people or the children of the developed world. But why the people are producing so many kids over there, or why the population is increasing at such a higher rate if the survival rate is not better than the developed countries or the developed world? The reason is that the people are paying more attention to the male children instead of female children, and they think that they will help them in the old age. When they will get aged, they will be in the support, financial or any other support will be provided by the children to them. Now, the people of these regions have also one problem, that is, they can't violate the culture, the traditions, the customs, and have the illiteracy rate is also high over there. And remember that the developed world countries are the welfare states, and the welfare states look after their old age people. While in the developing countries, this load or this burden can't be taken and afforded by the state machinery. But on the other hand, we have some countries where the population increase is not according to the population requirement, rather, it is decreasing in some parts of the world. Some major steps are also taken to bring them in equilibrium, and this is the basic principle of Islam. The welfare state is the basic principle of Islam, but this has been adopted by the developed world, and this is the current status that the population is increasing at 1.1%. Dear audience, if you have any queries or any question about this lecture, or you want to promote or improve it, we will appreciate your suggestions. Thank you.